Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone in both the analog and digital world. Well, welcome and good evening, you wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. Warning, this is a horror game and is not intended for all audiences. Occasional light flashing effects. You won't be able to save everyone. You might not even be able to save yourself. Welcome home. Our options. We could go to the police. We could find the witch. We could go find Tabitha. We can go find Tabitha, but not be a bitch about it. Go to Stella. Go it alone, the Johnny Silverhand route, or run away. What options would I go with? I would say the number one choice, of course, the one we're taking, is go to Stella. Now, I would say number two would be a tie between finding the witch or, approaching Tabitha like she's a human being. And like she's not our enemy. But she is extremely busy right now. And I feel like the witch thing would be a concern, so that's right. If you just manage to throw yourself in the arms of someone you can actually trust, maybe they can help you. Maybe you don't have to deal with this alone. Can you trust anyone? Wayne is the only person I can trust. Stella. Why is the one person have their name? To be fair, I don't remember their name myself, but still. Oscar, Sybil, Dr. Kelly, Bo. Never mind, involving anyone else would put them in danger. Never mind, this is a bad idea. Never mind, I can't trust anyone. Choice number one would be Stella. After that, yeah, I can't say I'm really tempted to take any of the other choices. At least in the other branching paths, my options were, maybe seek out the witch, which I'm pretty sure is Sybil, who might actually be secretly evil, and I'm pretty sure the reason why the one person blanked out is I think, there might be a false hydra situation. How about this? I'll put a link in the description in the comments to two videos I've done. Well, to a video I've done that's by an indie developer. And I know, spoilers, it involves a false hydra. Secondly, I'll include a song that I remember being on YouTube that I think the art and the music is very interesting. In fact, if I can think of anything else I think would be interesting and highly recommended for all of you to check out, I'll put it there as well, but that's largely dependent on my ability to remember to do that. There's a good chance I'll remember. There's a good chance I won't remember to even put in the two links I'm talking about. Or even that I even brought this up. Until after I post the video, at which point I'm like, So, because usually if I post a video, I don't want going back and editing things with descriptions. I'm like, oh well, too late. But So, but stuff with the false hydra. There's a game I played, part of the Gravity series, and there was also a song. But if I think of anything else, I think maybe has the same kind of vibe, and I think would be highly recommended. I think everyone out there needs to watch. I'll link some other YouTube video if I can. But like I said, with the other choices, it would be it's Stella, go to Tabitha as a friend and an ally with respect and not accusing them of horrible things. Maybe go to Sybil, or maybe just try to find things on my own. I'm sure all the other things are alternative endings. I've heard that there are ways to get definitive deaths starting in this episode. So, I'm sure many of the choices will just be death. Though, as always, I'm making the choices initially in this, air quotes, first playthrough, if maybe only playthrough. Heck, at times I'm not even sure if I'm going to even finish episode 5. Heck, and even I only think the first half of episode 5's out. I'm not even sure if I'll finish that. I'm not, let alone this whole game. Or if the whole game will even ever actually be finished or not. The developer might just quit. But, as always, I said, I'm going to make decisions based on what feels right to me. We've been in this together since day one. I'm closer to anyone else in town. She knows Tabitha better than anyone else. She owes me. She lives and breathes supernatural mysteries. She knows everybody. I don't have to justify anything. I mean, that last one's pretty true. I mean, technically, all of these are pretty true, but it's like, which is... I mean, the closer thing, yeah, but I think... We've been in this together since day one. There's no one else you can trust more than her. Run to Stella. Go to her house. You make your way over to Stella's house, desperately praying that she'll be home. She's been in this with you practically since the moment you arrived in town. She'll know what to do. She has to know what to do. You knock on her door. Barely a moment passes before you met by the enthusiastic barks of a geriatric pug. You don't seem very happy to see me, but then again, we've had a lot of shit going on, so you're probably a bit worried that it's like, no, I haven't technically shown up before dead bodies, but I have come with concerns. You wait, and eventually the door creaks open, and an exhausted Stella regarding you with sunken eyes. Oh, you haven't been sleeping well. Oh, hey, Lunar. What happened? You look shaken up. I guess neither of us got the best sleep. Or maybe I was a heavy sleeper. I don't know. A lot happens, so I don't even know where to begin. There's a dungeon in the Scarlet Estate. Wayne kidnapped me in my sleep and dragged me into the Forbidden Wing. I mean, technically, but that's kind of... I think I'm going to die. I shouldn't bother you around. Turn around. Why does this feel like a good... Like either I'm going to be anxious, like I'm not really sure what to say, or... I really shouldn't bother you right now. It's like, we're already here. This would be the appropriate thing. Well, you can start by coming inside. My mind immediately went to the gutter. She reaches forwards and grabs your hand, ushering you into her home. So, what happened? Tell her everything. Once you start talking, you find it hard to stop. No details remain unshared. You tell Stella about You tell Stella about everything that's happened today, waking up in the Forbidden Wing, the cell, and everything you found leading up to it, and your parley with Wayne at the end of it all. Back to basics. Turn to a YouTuber in your hour of need. Jesus Christ. That's... Lunar, if I'm being honest, I don't know what to do about any of this. I was gone for a day, and it's like every single part of my life has been turned on its head. There's a chance that if we try and talk to Tabby, it blows up in our faces. If this were still high school, I'd say we just go for it, but now, I don't even know what I'd say. And everyone's like, what was that hesitation, Lunar? The cleavage, the way she moved. I'm staring right at her boobs. And now I am imagining the best Pokemon. Paizurimon. Yes, I'm imagining Angel Woman from Digimon. Because even though that's a kid's show, God damn! The boobs. Everyone's like, God damn our ears. I'm just saying I'm very enthusiastic for titties. And other things, but we're trying to keep this PG. So, just saying. We're just having some transparency here. Boobs. Staring at her boobs. This is not the time for that, but that's what's happening. I think we need a third party. Okay. What about your friend with the braids? Haven't we done things with her? Yeah, why don't we remember her name? Is a false hydra actually involved in this in some way? Yeah, what about your friend with the braids? Braids? Janie has braids, but we're not really close. There's a blurred place that comes to your mind when you think about this person. Less of a place and more of a location. But less of a location and more of an idea of a location. A sort of almost location, where you feel like you know where it's meant to be, but where you couldn't for the life of you describe it. But you could follow that important feeling. Lunar, you're kind of freaking me out. Mystical, I can't explain it, but there's a feeling like I know where to go. Trace the fraying threads of the memory forgotten. Okay. You just have to show her. Stella clutches Gretchen tightly to her chest and follows you through her front door towards Main Street, where everything will make sense again. You follow the blurry feeling, your attention drawn with a tunnel-like focus to the rhythmic falling of your feet. Your surroundings distant and unreadable, save for the warmth of Stella's hand, gripped tightly in your own. You lose sense of time as you go. But then the footfalls stop and you find yourself on Scarlet Hollow's main street in front of an old bricked-up building that you don't recall ever seeing before. But this is it. You know it. Oh, is this what you were looking for? Lunar, I'm starting to get worried about you. I obviously don't know anyone who lives here. Nobody lives here. Hey. Mystical. Miles emerges from around the corner. The sight of him is at once familiar and unfamiliar. You know him. You've seen him around town at least once, but the rest is hard for you to remember. Blurry. Maybe you don't know him that well after all. Oh, hi, Miles. What are you doing here? Just looking for Sybil. What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be chasing the Loch Ness Monster? No, nothing that fun. The Loch Ness Monster lives in Scotland anyway. Lunar had us come down here looking for somebody, but you're the only one around here, and no offense, but I don't think you're who he had in mind. So we'll be on our way. We won't keep bothering you. No, don't. Don't leave. Lunar, you feel something, right? Like there's something wrong. I feel it too. I think I did something bad. Did you forget to save your game in Pokemon Yellow? Did you accidentally evolve your Pikachu? It has to do with Sybil and somebody else, and that somebody feels really important. It's your sister. I think it's that person you're looking for, and I feel like if I don't remember before it's too late, somebody's gonna... Never mind, this was stupid. I just sound crazy. Not crazy, but you and Luna are starting to scare me. Can somebody just tell me what's going on? He doesn't sound crazy, though you feel an odd sensation as he's talking, a creeping recognition. But you can't seem to hold on to it, a slippery thought that refuses to be fully recognized. Something's gone wrong, like something's supposed to be here, and it just isn't. So you're messed up too. This is so stupid. I don't know what's got you two so worked up. It's just another boarded up store. Main Street has plenty of them. He tries to collect himself, wiping away his tears and choking back whatever remaining sobs he had left. Look, I don't know about her, but you seem to get that something like actually wrong here. Like, none of this makes any sense. I wonder how many of the other boarded up buildings used to be something else before becoming... And everyone's like, that's how boarded up buildings work, Lunar. Like, you know what I mean. There's this guy on the edge of town, Julius. He's crazy, but I remember him coming around and asking questions. And he always had this notebook with him. I don't remember what he asked me, but he'll remember it. You gotta go talk to him or get him to show you his notebook. He probably knows more than anybody what's going on. I didn't want to have to ask anybody to help me, but it's like I can't think straight. I need somebody to do this for me. I don't want to feel like this anymore. Not again, please, not again. Do what for you, Miles? I can't know how to help if you don't tell me what all this is about. I'm lost. Forget it. This is so stupid. Miles, wait. Should I mention the thing about family? But the young man turns and leaves before giving any further details. Seriously, what the hell is going on right now? Why isn't anyone talking normally? It's like everybody is going insane, unless I'm going insane. Okay, whatever. I'm just going to keep rolling with it. I guess. We have a place to go, so let's go. You and Stella make your way down the road and towards Julius Tremaine's farm in search of answers. Answers that you hope will finally start to bring things to a resolution, instead of unearthing even more mysteries. This is the end of Part 1 of Episode 5. Part 2, the chapter's finale, will be releasing next Friday, February 20th. Okay, so it actually will be coming out. I thought maybe it was gonna never happen. If you would like to continue with this world state, please save your game now. Okay, I guess that's the end of this. Bye.